Hi everyone, you're welcome back to our corner here at Kamaista International School. So without wasting any much ado, let's quickly move over to my boardwork section so we can get it started. So today I'll be taking you through the articles a, and the. As you can see, you have to learn how to use these articles. Number one, you use a or an when you don't specifically know something or something is not mentioned before. Alright, for example, a man crashed into a tree. We never knew about the man before, so that's why we use a to specify that crashed into a tree, and the tree as well wasn't mentioned to us before. Likewise, an elephant can make a loud noise. So we're just getting to know about these particular idea that an elephant can make a loud noise. So we'll get it started with what? An. And we use an because we've got E, which is a vowel. That's why we used an. Of course, you should be able to know this by now. Then we used a loud noise, which is never known to us. Okay, so we use a or an when you don't specifically or particularly know that something, know about something that's being said, or that thing is not mentioned to us before. Okay, the second way you can use the article is when, especially the a, we use a before a noun that starts with a consonant. You know your consonant good enough. Today I've got all the consonants written out for you so that you don't get it confused, or you understand exactly what I mean when I said consonant. You've got 26 alphabets. Okay, out of the 26 alphabets, we've got our vowels, which is A, E, I, O, U. And aside these vowels, the rest are called consonants. As you can see here, we've got B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, or Z. Okay? For example, a dog, a friend, a student. You use an before a noun that starts with a vowel. And you know our vowels A, E, I, O, U. Example, an umbrella, an idea, an apple. We use an because this is what U is a vowel. Also, I is for idea, is a vowel. Also here you've got apple, which is also a vowel. Okay, here we've got with asterisk, so we have to take note of this. While choosing a or an, you should pay attention to how you pronounce the word. For example, hour. You see here we've got hour. It is pronounced as hour, as if it is an a sound. It starts with a vowel, so we say an hour. Did you see that? So not just by looking at if it is a vowel or a consonant, you also have to pay particular attention to the way the word or the words are pronounced. And here we've got university. Even though this one starts with U, which is a vowel, but we'll have to pronounce it as university, which sounds more like a consonant. You see here, university. So here, instead of saying an university, we say a university, because the sound, it sounds like J, a J sound, university. Okay? So the next one is going to be the, which is, we use the when the listener knows something or someone you are talking about prior to the person that is speaking, or to the listener already knew about what is being talked about. Okay, So that is when we use the. For example, give me the red pencil. Give me the red pencil, because the red pencil is already known to the listener. So that's why we have to use what? The red pencil. The man in the cafe is drinking tea. Because you already knew about the man in the cafe, so that's why we have to use the to start our noun. The man in the cafe is drinking tea. You use the when you have already talked about something or someone. When it's already talked about, that is, we also have to use what? The to emphasize, because it's already known to us. For example, the man came. The man already, you know about. That is the reason we are using the. So he brought the papers, because maybe you're expecting the man to bring papers, maybe newspapers or something. So you have to use the papers that you wanted, because you wanted the papers, so you already knew about it. Okay? So we use the when you have already talked about something or someone. The thing or the person is already known to us. Okay, the next one we've got, you use the when you are talking about a geographical point on earth. Geographical point. Geolocation. So for example, talk about the South Pole or the equator. When you see your globe, that's where you talk about the equator. Is a location, which could be observed from the globe or from the what we have our what is it called again? Our cardinal points. Okay, you have the South Pole, the North, the South, the West, East and West. So we can talk about the South Pole, the equator. Maybe I'll talk more on this when you join me at the Zoom meeting. Okay, the next section is going to be, the next place when we use the is going to be when you use the when you are talking about rivers, oceans, and seas. For example, you can talk about the Atlantic Ocean, the Mississippi, or you can talk about the River Nile. When you're talking about oceans or seas, then we use what? The. So lastly, you use the when you are using certain nouns. Example, the snow, the moon, the wind, the world, the earth, the Buckingham Palace. Alright. Okay, that is going to be all about it for the articles. For now, I will expound on these things when you join me at the Zoom meeting, so I can give you other examples. I don't want this video to be too long. Okay, let's go take a look at other things that we've got to do today. So we'll be studying about simple present tense and present progressive. Today I just want to shed more light on the present simple. Before I told you about a fact and repeated actions, but today I want to add more to it. So let's take a look, let's read along. Say we use the present simple for thoughts and feelings. This one I never told you about, thoughts and feelings. And it's like what do you think are your thoughts? What are you thinking? Or what you like? I like it. Okay, what do you like? These are, thoughts are the things that you think, and feelings how you feel. My mother loves me. So, feeling. Another one again is states. Things staying the same, facts and things that are true for a long time. So we'll talk about state verbs. This is going to be a topic on its own, so I will take my time to do that later when the time is right. So things staying the same, or facts and things that are true for a long time. So things that are going to be true for a longer period of time. We live quite near because it is true. I am a teacher because it is true. Here again we talk about repeated actions. We come here every week. Every week means every week we come here. Every other weeks we're going to come here as well. So they're called repeated actions. Okay, in phrases like I promise, I agree, I promise I will pay you back. In a negative question with why, or in why to make a suggestion. In a negative question with why to make a suggestion. Why don't you go out? For the further meaning of this, I think I don't want to bore you much with all this. I just want to concentrate on simple present tense about thoughts and feelings and repeated actions, okay? And things that are going to things that are going to be true for a longer period of time. I think that is going to do for now at your level. I may not take it further than that. Before I've told you about positive forms, we have three forms. We have the positive forms, we have the negative, and we have what? The question form. Okay? So you remember I, you, we, they. This is get. It must not be get always. This is just an example. So any verb that comes after I or you or we or they, our verb, we don't put any s or es or ies. But when we've got our third person singular, which is he, she, it, then the verb, it must not be get, it could be any other verbs. Then we'll have to put s or es or ies to it, depending on how the verb ends. Okay? Remember some verb that ends with y, or some verb that ends with ss or ch or sh. Then we'll have to put maybe es or ies and all that. So in the present simple, we use the verb without an ending. I get the lunch today at 1 o'clock usually. We always do our shopping at Greenway. Most children like ice cream. You know the answer. But in the third person singular, after he, she, it, your friend, etc., the verb ends in s or es. For spelling rules, see page, blah blah blah. I think I've done the spelling exercise with you before, how to spell make plural of your verbs that ends, so you know when to add s or es or ies. It gets busy at weekends. My husband thinks so too. Sarah catches the early train. She faxes messages all over the world. See here, fax ends with x, so that one we added es. And see here, the verb ends with ch, that is why we added what? Es. We'll do more of this later. Then don't forget your negatives and questions or verb changes forms. Say I, you, we, they, do not get. Because of this not, that what makes it negative, or don't get. He, she, it, we use what? Does not or doesn't. Okay, then when it is question form, we get it started with do. Do I get? Do I teach? Do we? Do you? Do they? Then the verb comes after that. Does he? Does she? Does it? Okay, and when it is question or negative, our verbs are always in their base forms. You see, this get, we did not put any s to it. The same goes to when it is a negative. No. He doesn't get. Cannot say he doesn't get. Okay, so here we use a form of do in negative and in questions, but blah blah blah. See, say he doesn't get. No, you don't put he doesn't get. I don't want this video to be so long, so I'm going to stop here. Most of these things have been taught to you before, so we'll talk more on this when you join me at the Zoom meeting. But the exercise we have to deal with today is going to be this one. So when you're done watching the video, I would like you to take a look at this one, the simple present tense plus frequency adverbs. Remember your adverb of frequency: always, often, usually, sometimes, seldom, never, and all that. So they say complete the sentences with the adverb of frequency and the correct form of the verb. So my teacher is always friendly. See here, because my teacher did if we're not saying my teacher, you have to put here the pronoun for here is going to be he. That's why we use which is a singular noun. You have to use the singular verb is, friendly. I often write letters to my friends back home. You see, write is the verb here. Often is the adverb of frequency. So here is our pronoun. So because it is I, that is why there is no S to the right. But if this one changes to he or she or it, then this one changes to writes. Have to take note of that. So we're going to do this on your own, and we'll do the review together when you join me at the Zoom meeting. I think that's going to be all about it for today. One more thing, please. This is going to be maybe your homework. You have to fill in the blank with A or N. After watching the video, you must have known when to use A and when to use N. So you have to look at all this from number 1 to number 11 and be able to deal with it. Say, is it A or N? Blue whale can weigh up to 200 tons. I found, is it A or N, stone and earring while I was walking on the beach. Go to the supermarket and buy a newspaper. If you want to get good marks, you should be hardworking students. I wish I could see unicorn. Wendy wants to buy fridge, washing machine, oven, electric knife for her new house. If you eat orange or a day, you can protect yourself from flu. My mother she treats me well even if I get bad marks. It's too hot. I want to have ice cream. My father has Italian and Turkish flag. The teacher wanted for the students. Answer for the students. So you're going to take care of this one as well. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you when you see me. So that's going to be pretty much it for today. As always, it's always my honor to have you guys here, and we'll take it from where we stop now when you join me later. Okay, bye for now, and I'll see you soon.